Hey, what's up everybody, I'm Expression here, and today I'm going to be bringing to you guys the next episode in Evaluating Tips. So this is going to be the 4th episode I'm bringing out to you guys, and this one is going to be jam-packed with a lot of tips that I'm bringing out to you guys. So let me get right into a lot of these tips that I'm going to be using during this game that you guys will also be able to use during your own gameplays if you want to write these down, or if you just want to keep them in mind for next time you're playing a Call of Duty game and you're trying to do better. So, one of the main things that I do to do work on kids, not necessarily Nuketown because you can basically tell where the spawns are, but I normally check the minimap, as most people do, to see where the red dots are, to see where the enemy's coming from and stuff like that. But mostly I'll check the radar to find empty spaces if I don't have a UAV up. And those empty spaces will basically tell me where the enemy is without even having a radar on, because the empty spaces means that your team is not there and no one's fighting there. If there's no dots being like surrounded or anything like that, if there's no red dots there, then it's very possible that there's an enemy there just like walking from his spawn or something like that. So that's a good way that I try to find enemies when I'm just walking around the map and stuff like that. And another thing that I also get from people, they're like, how do you do so good? And I'm like, it's basically all about your accuracy in this game. This game and all the other Call of Duties has to basically do with your accuracy, and normal accuracies are around like 17 to 20% and higher and or lower than that. So what you want to do to increase your accuracy, if you're not too swell with aiming down your sights and getting kills and usually spraying all over the place and stuff like that, is you want to turn down your sensitivity. Now I play on 4, you might want to play on 3, or if you're starting from a high sensitivity coming back down to a low sensitivity, I recommend playing on 5 or 6, because that'll stop you from swaying when you're like strafe shooting at people. You'll see me doing that a lot during this game. I'll be like moving back and forth so that their bullets like don't hit me and stuff like that. You'll see me doing that in some of these kills. So just turn down your sensitivity and it'll definitely increase your accuracy a lot. I know I've helped a few people out doing that by telling them just to turn down their accuracy. Or not their accuracy, but their sensitivity, my bad. It's as simple as that, really, and it's not much you can else do to it other than practice hard and aim at people and stuff like that and just try your best and more like that stuff. So another thing that I like to do when playing Call of Duty to help me get a lot of kills is to just move frequently throughout the map, so that you're not camping and you're kind of just like moving swiftly throughout the map, and it allows you to just sweep the enemy off their feet, and it kind of helps them, or not helps them, but it helps you catch people off guard, because sometimes, I don't know, I'm one of those kids that'll go back to a kid, like if he kills me in a really annoying spot with a really annoying weapon, I'll come back to him over and over again until I get that kid killed, and that's just how I play. So if you're one of those people, and there's a lot of people out there that do that, they'll come back to you over and over again until you're dead. So camping is not really an option when you're playing Call of Duty, really, unless you're playing some kind of objective game where you have to sit by the objective. And the next skill that I'm going to talk about is setting yourself up to get some kills. So basically it's not really camping, but in reality you're just going to want to like set yourself up by putting you in a spot where you can kill the person and they can't kill you. So if that takes it to the point where you're going prone and they're standing up, that sets a high difficulty for them to kill you when you're prone, because that decreases the spot that they can shoot you from to about like a fourth of what it was when you're standing up. So that's how drop shotting came into place, when people started to do drop shotting and they put their button layouts on tactical, which is another thing that I do. If you haven't already, you should probably go do that. Switch your button layout to tactical and try to get used to using the right trigger as the going down and going prone and stuff like that, like crouching and proning, and then as B is the knife. Get used to that, because that'll help you win a lot of gunfights. And I think that was one of the turning points in my Call of Duty career, when I learned to start drop shotting, and it helped me survive a lot more because it reduced that accuracy of how much the person could shoot me from. Like the range between like my head and my feet just decreased, because I would hit the floor and they wouldn't be able to shoot me as much because I would just wreck them from the ground. And it definitely helped me get a lot of kills, and it set me up for a lot of more kill streaks and other ish like that if you're trying to get for some good kill streaks out there, which is pretty nice to have. And at the end of this game, I'll get a nice load star that I worked so hard to get, and then I'm bragging to my friends. I'm like, shit, dude, look, I just got this load star, and I'm on this great kill streak. And then the game ends a second later, and I'm flipping shit at myself, and they're all laughing at me. It was so great, and it's a funny time. And I'm so close to getting this PDW gold, and I'm just working on those like 150 kills and those more of the other challenges to get, like Art of War and stuff like that for the camos. But back to the tips. The next tip I wanted to talk about was place yourself in situations that you can win the gun battles, which basically means that you need to put yourself at ranges between, you need to think about the map before you go into it. You need to decide what you're going to do before you rush into it, because a lot of people when they play Call of Duty, they don't really think about what they're going to do. And a good strategy that I use is I make sure that the area is going to be safe, as most people try to do, but they don't really think it through. So you have to think about what any possibility could come through. So if you've ever seen like a ninja movie and you see the guy sleeping and then he just like wakes up and like grabs an arm or something like that, and they do this like insane stuff where the person's completely silent and then they just like touch him and like beat the crap out of him or stuff like that. You have to be aware of everything that's around you when you're playing Call of Duty. Otherwise, anything can slip up and kill you, because you don't know the people unless they're like your friends and they're telling you where they are. You don't know them. You don't know what they're gonna do. You don't know what their brain is thinking or anything like that. So you have to make sure that you can set yourself up to get these kills in the easiest way possible, and it'll keep you alive in essence, and it'll help you do a lot better in Call of Duty and get those higher kill streaks if that's what you're aiming for. And the probably most important, or at least second important tip that I have here for you guys, which I'm going to use as my last tip, is reload all the time. If you have that full mag and your enemy is not reloading all the time, and they shoot you with 6 bullets and then they reload, you have the higher chance of killing them, because you can just shoot that full clip into them. So you'll see me like hiding in this little shack area right here, that little camp spot right there, and that helped me get a lot more kills, because if I were just to run out there with the 10 bullets that I have left in my clip after killing a kid, it would probably get me killed, because I wouldn't have enough bullets, or my accuracy would just like decrease right there and I wouldn't be able to have enough bullets to kill the kids. And also, when you run out of bullets, don't try to go around and knife people. Go around like secretively, but don't try to knife them. If you have to get up close to knife them, then sure, knife them, but you'll see that I just ran out, almost ran out of ammo with all of my PDW right there. So what you're going to want to do is just pick up another gun. And normally when you pick up another gun, I don't know how to call it, you just like, you get a different urge, and you can do a lot better sometimes. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I hope you liked the next episode of Evaluating Tips, and I hope this helped you guys out a lot. Please remember to like and subscribe. Like me on Facebook. Subscribe if you haven't already. This is X Preston signing off. See you guys later.